Well, well, well. More continued talk for the Dallas Cowboys. And man, this Keenan Allen thing will not quit. I don't understand the Keenan. I understand. Let me stop saying I don't understand. I understand the Keenan Allen thing. But at the same time, I'm cool with the Keenan Allen thing. If the Cowboys don't get Keenan Allen, because there's a possibility they could still get Keenan Allen, I'm absolutely cool with the Cowboys not getting Keenan Allen. And I'm going to go back to a question that Angie, the Rebel Chicks, we'll see if she's on tonight. She asked the question, is it foolish or should we put pressure on a rookie wide receiver to come in and be the complimentary receiver to one CeeDee Lamb? Well, I had to do a little bit of digging on this. And I'm going to show us that sometimes we need to be careful, because Angie's not saying it's foolish, but there are people who say it's foolish. I mean, you can see this stuff all over X. People keep saying we shouldn't have a rookie to come in and be a complimentary wide receiver to CeeDee Lamb. I've even heard someone say because the way CeeDee Lamb performed when he came in as a rookie. But we got to understand something. A lot of people were saying that CeeDee Lamb was not a number one receiver when he came into the league. A lot of people were saying that CeeDee Lamb wasn't even an outside receiver when he came into the league. There were people questioning the CeeDee Lamb pick. Now, CeeDee Lamb came into his own. He took a little time, but he really came into his own, especially once we released one Amari Cooper. But I'm going to show us historically, I'm talking historically, that there have been plenty of rookie wide receivers who have came in and made it in, and I'm not talking about just making a little bit of impact. They came in and wrecked the league. They came in and absolutely wrecked the league. Now the question we're going to talk about that more when we get to these rookie quarterbacks. But again, I'm telling us, sometimes, man, we're saying stuff and don't understand that there's history to back up. There's history to back up both sides. And the issue is, I know everybody wants Keenan Allen. Two things can be true. Will the Cowboys be better with Keenan Allen? Yes. Will the Cowboys be better if they go and get one of the top 5 wide receivers in the draft? Yes. Topics for tonight. We're going to look at Keenan Allen. We're going to talk about that for a little while. We're going to talk about the rookie wide receivers. We're also going to talk about the draft and the cap, because I guess someone's watching my show and they're disputing what I'm saying. I don't care. I'm going to show you again with facts, and I want to see if I can get some clarity on this from someone. I may reach out to some people on X if possible, see if they can give me some answers on this. But the Cowboys got 40-something million in cap space. And while the rookie money is already allocated, I'm going to show us that I'm wondering if people know what they're talking about on this. And I'll get some more clarity as time goes on. But I'm going to show you what I found out on that too. I want to look at the draft grades. What do we think about the draft grades for the Cowboys for free agency so far? I'm not sure the Cowboys are done. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something tomorrow. We're going to try to see if we can get to the Brian Broaddus video. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about Cooper Rush getting signed with the Baltimore Ravens. Cooper Rush getting signed with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm not going to spoil what I'm going to say, but we're going to talk about Cooper Rush getting signed with the Baltimore Ravens. Even though you don't see it up there, it will be the last topic for tonight. But we're going to see if we can run through these. I know some of y'all may have to go to work. So we'll be on for a couple hours at least. But we're going to get through these topics. And I'm going to start out with one, Keenan Allen. But first, let us get ourselves a little bit of a roll call. We're gonna run through. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on as you come in. All right. Let's get a little bit of roll call. Let's see who we got in here so far. Miss Matrix, what's going on? Miss Matrix, I agree with you. Hit that like button. David Everett, what's going on? Todd Church, what's going on? Yes, sir. I'm going to start with that at the top. Brandy Mahoney, what's going on? Top Gunner, what's up? Yes, sir. We're going to talk about that, Ty. Lucky, what's going on? Good to see you. Hallelujah. What's going on? Yeah, we're going to talk some Cowboys tonight. This is Cowboys After Dark. For sure. Skull Unknown. Hey, Skull Unknown. Hey, we got to talk about this Cooper Rush thing. We're going to talk about that at the end, though. We got to talk about this Cooper Rush thing. Big Dal, what's going on? Yes, sir. There's my girl, Angie the Rebel Chicks. What's going on? We're gonna expand on a question you asked, Angie. I think it's a great question. I've seen some people talking about it on X, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about, can a rookie quarterback, Angie? I mean, not a rookie quarterback, a rookie wide receiver. Is it foolish for the Cowboys to bring in a rookie wide receiver and put the pressure on them to be the complimentary wide receiver to CeeDee Lamb? It's a great question, and there's some people been talking about it. Well, we're gonna revisit that question. LaQueen, what's going on? I'm not sure what's going on with that. Let me look at my levels here. All right. From what I can tell, my levels look pretty good. Let me make sure. I don't know what's going on. Hope it's not my bandwidth. See if you can refresh your browser for the volume thing. Crystal G, yeah, I was saying, yeah, let's see if you can refresh. All right. My brother Roderick, what's going on? Lee Time, what up? Rob, what's going on? Appreciate you. He said, keep up the great work. Yes, sir. We'll do. Brandon Green, what's up? Man, Brandon Green, hey, I will not, hey, the Cowboys, I would love for them to get another tight end and bring in some competition. I would even like them to bring in Kyle Pitts if they could, try to make a trade for Kyle Pitts. But, you know, everybody probably wants to give Ferg one more year. He was hurt. We'll see what he do. Randy Jackson, what's up? My man that's tackle, what's going on? Timothy Govin, what's up? All right. I hope Johnny Blue come in, because Johnny Blue was the one who kind of inspired me to look at this thing about the draft and the cap. But again, our topics for tonight: Keenan Allen, rookie wide receivers, draft and the cap, draft grades, Brian Broader's video, and Cooper Kupp. We're going to talk about him. All right. Appreciate y'all rocking with me late tonight. Appreciate you rocking with me. Let's go. Here we go. All right. So let's get into Keenan Allen again. I want us to understand, and let me get the super chat. I got a super chat off the top. Angie the Rebel Chicks. G, do you think the Cowboys will draft a lineman at 12? No. No, I don't, Angie. I know that this is going around online. I don't believe it. And the reason why I don't believe it is the Cowboys haven't got Keenan Allen. The Cowboys have not gotten Keenan Allen. They have not got Amari Cooper. They did not get Cooper Kupp. And for that reason, Angie, I believe the Cowboys are telling us exactly what they're going to do. They're phoning it in. The Cowboys are more than likely, at least in my estimation, the Cowboys are more than likely going into the draft and get the best wide receiver available. Unless we wake up in the morning and the Cowboys have signed Keenan Allen. If the Cowboys have signed Keenan Allen, they're probably going defensive tackle in the first round, either cornerback, or they're gonna try to trade backwards and get a couple of more draft picks in the second, third, or the fourth round. But I do not think the Cowboys, unless they go get a Keenan Allen, I do not think they're going to draft a lineman in the first round. I think they're already telegraphing us what they're doing. Wide receiver is the first round, unequivocally. Wide receiver is the first round. And Angie, think about this. If the Cowboys don't get Keenan Allen, and then they go in this draft and get an offensive lineman, people going to go nuts. People will go nuts. They will think that is the dumbest thing the Cowboys could do. Unless they move backwards, maybe they get another number 2, and then maybe they get a wide receiver, running back, and a lineman in number 2. I mean, if they get 3 number 2s. But, man, I'm telling you, people will be tripping if the Cowboys do not get a wide receiver. But until they do something else, I believe the Cowboys are phoning in what they're doing. They're telling us what they're doing. They're going wide receiver at the top. I don't see any other thing they're going to do but wide receiver at the top. Straight up wide receiver at the top. And it makes perfect sense. I told y'all before, the Cowboys, defense and free agency, that's what they did most of, defense. The draft, they will get the skill positions. They will go in the first 3 rounds, and they're going to do skill positions. I will not be surprised if it's wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, running back, defensive tackle in the third. They're going to get those skill positions, though, in the first 3 rounds, and I'm hoping they get them in the first 2. I don't even want to play around with it. The Cowboys should just go 1 and 2, wide receiver, running back. Leave nothing to the imagination. 3rd round, defensive tackle if you want to, edge rusher if you want to, cornerback if you want to. I don't think they're going to do offensive line. I think the Cowboys have settled in on their offensive line. I think they've settled in on their offensive line. I think they are saying the offensive line we have right now, this is the one we're going with. And then they'll see what maybe happens after the draft and see what shakes down after the preseason and see who gets dropped or whatever the case may be. But I think the Cowboys are definitely going with doggone wide receivers. Anthony Barker, you want Golden or McMillan? I would probably, it's a tough one. But I'll be honest with you, Anthony Barker. I'm going Ted McMillan. Boy, that's hard too because Golden is a beast. We saw him in the 40, but Ted McMillan, man, 6'5". You can't teach height. And if you get a wide receiver with height that can catch the ball, boy, he's a matchup nightmare for cornerbacks. He is a matchup nightmare. And Ted McMillan, I think, and don't get me wrong, Golden, McMillan, Emeka Ibuka, even Luther Burden III. I think all 4 of them could come in and make an immediate impact. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. Top Gunner, Dak needs more weapons. Blind man can see that. And Top Gunner, you know, it's funny because some people think that if the Cowboys don't get Keenan Allen, that's ignoring the fact they need weapons. No, it's not. It's not saying that. The part that no one wants to accept, Top Gunner, is the Cowboys may be saying what 31 other teams are saying. And this is hurting the feelings of people who are just promoting, and I don't have a problem. It's your prerogative. You can push for Keenan Allen all you want to. Because if the Cowboys get Keenan Allen, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad if they get Keenan Allen. I wanted the Cowboys to get Keenan Allen when Chicago Bears got him. But I'm also not going to be mad over my opinion. I'm not the GM of the team. And if someone else has a different opinion than I do, as it applies to who they want the Cowboys to get at wide receiver too, doesn't make them dumb. I mean, man, you know, I'm just being honest, man. We got to stop thinking we're so much of experts. Man, some people think they are the experts on this stuff. And if you disagree with them, oh, don't you dare disagree with the experts. Because if you disagree with the experts, they're going to make sure they excoriate you on social media. You're dumb. Everybody who doesn't want Keenan Allen is dumb. No, they're not. They're not dumb. Everybody who doesn't want Keenan Allen is not dumb. They just have a different opinion. I posted this on X today. Two things can be true. One, will the Dallas Cowboys be better with Keenan Allen? Yes. Will the Cowboys be better if they go in the draft and get one of the top 3 wide receivers in the draft? Yes. And if I'm looking at this from the football business, I'm telling y'all, when you're these older players, you really need to be thinking. And even teams who look at these older players, they have to be thinking, am I in win now mode, or am I in win now but also in the future mode? Because if I'm in win now mode, I get an older wide receiver and say, I'm going to take a chance on a 2-year deal, maybe a 3-year deal, understanding it's a 2-year deal. Take a chance on a 2-year deal, understanding it's a 1-year deal. Give them $18 million guaranteed for 2 years, knowing that it's probably going to be 1 year. Or I give them a $22 million deal and 3 years, understanding it's a 2-year deal with a bunch of incentives and all of those different things. I'm doing that. But we got to look at the pros and the cons. Is Keenan Allen just a guy? No. Keenan Allen is not just a guy. Keenan Allen makes you immediately better. But understand this. The Cowboys are trying to get younger. And if you're going to invest money into a wide receiver, you tell me, which one do you want? Do you want Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp, Davante Adams? Let's say those 3 receivers. Are you saying that you truly believe that you're going to hit the lottery and go to the Super Bowl, which I believe the Cowboys are going to do it in 2026, no later than 2027? Well, if you believe that, then you say, I'm willing to go get Davante Adams or Keenan Allen, and we're going to run it. We're going to run it up. We're just going to go for it all. We're going to push all the chips in the table for 2025. I don't think the Cowboys are pushing all the chips in the middle of the table for 2025. I think they're pushing all the chips in the middle of the table for 2026. And Stephen Jones said his goal is to build the best roster in football. Now, let me interpret for you again. I don't recall him saying in 2025. I don't recall him saying in 2025. I've already said this before. It's going to take the Cowboys 2 years to get this roster where they want it. If the Cowboys come in 1 year, coaches gelling, players gelling, culture gelling, everyone doing their job, hitting on the free agents, hitting on the rookies. Well, doggone it, if they're a year early, and this will be the turnaround of his in NFL history almost. That the Cowboys will turn around that fast. I don't see them turning around that fast, but I see them turning around fast. I see the Cowboys getting right back to the playoffs this year. Do I see them going to the Super Bowl this year? Nope. But Troy Aikman also said in 91 they were a year early. I don't think the Cowboys are there yet. I think to build the roster the Cowboys are talking about, it's going to take 2 years. Just like it took the Eagles 2 years to get back to the Super Bowl. It took them 2 years. They went, they lost. What did they do? They recalibrated 2 seasons. They went in, lost some players, got some players. The season after the Super Bowl loss, they came back and did extremely well. A lot of people are not giving them credit. They did well in the draft over the last couple of years. They made some good free agent pickups over the last couple of years. And man, everything lined up. There were some injuries in the NFC. The Philadelphia Eagles won the battle of attrition, got a little bit of luck with injuries on other teams, and they went to the Super Bowl. They went to the Super Bowl. But it took 2 years to build that, 2 years to build that roster. And so when you think about what the Cowboys lost in 2023, they're trying to get the roster back. You think about what they let go in 2023. They went with the young guys in 2024. They let go of some more free agents in 2024, re-signed some of the free agents, filled some of those holes in free agency. Now they got to go in the draft, finish up this team, see what this team looks like after the preseason, after the trade deadline. What does this team look like at the end of 2025? Hopefully you got everything kind of where you want it so that when you go into the 2026 season, everything is BPA. Everything is BPA. The draft, best player available. Free agency is different if you do your job in 2025. Free agency is different in 2026. Now you go into 2026 and you say, quality over quantity. Now we're going to get us a big fish. The same way Philadelphia did. Philadelphia, once they got that team kind of built up through the draft, once they got that team kind of built up through free agency, they came in the last year and they said, okay, now we need a big fish. Who's the biggest fish out there that will propel our team all the way to the Super Bowl? Saquon Barkley. They had a choice between Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry. They said Saquon Barkley. So what we're going to do this year, we're going to get this team back competitive. It's going to take time for these coaches, the coach, the players to continue to flush out some of the nonsense, get the locker room stabilized, get the team stabilized, get the relationships built, and then the next season, the Cowboys really get the build. It takes about 2 seasons to build one of these type of rosters unless you already got a great roster. You think about the Baltimore Ravens. DeAndre Hopkins is their biggest free agent. Why? Because they feel like we were almost there. DeAndre Hopkins, older wide receiver, mercenary. You bring him in to say, 1-year deal, we pushing all the chips in. Buffalo Bills. I'm going to tell you some truth y'all might not like. Keenan Allen actually makes more sense for the Buffalo Bills. I will not be surprised if the Buffalo Bills get Keenan Allen. He makes way more sense for the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are absolutely in win-now mode. You know why? They went to the AFC Championship game. They're absolutely in win-now mode. And if they get one Keenan Allen is the kind of piece that with everything they already have, Keenan Allen takes a team like the Buffalo Bills and makes them a Super Bowl contender. We now may be better than the Kansas City Chiefs. You give us Keenan Allen, we may actually be the best team in the AFC. Keenan Allen makes way more sense for the Buffalo Bills because they can say, hey, we're going to give you a huge, front-loaded, guaranteed contract. It's 2 years, but it's really 1. We're banking on the fact that you're going to help us go to the Super Bowl this year and win it. You got to understand, if the Cowboys get Keenan Allen, it can't be a 1-year deal. Keenan Allen for the Cowboys can't be a 1-year deal. I don't even think Keenan Allen for the Cowboys can be a 2-year deal. Keenan Allen, to me, for the Cowboys has to be a 3-year deal. Keenan Allen has to be a part of the future plan, not the long-term future, but he has to be a part of the short-term future plan, a 2 to 3 year window. I'm just telling you about Davante Adams with the Rams. People can argue with me if they want to. Davante Adams is not a 2-year plan for the Rams. Davante Adams is a 1-year plan for the Rams. The Rams want to see how far can we get with Davante Adams. And if the season go poo-poo, I'm not going to be surprised. They go ahead and cut Davante Adams, pay him his guaranteed money, and then they go and do something else. They get to the NFC Championship game. They probably bring him back, do something to rework his contract, get 1 more year on it so they can push some of that money down the road, and then they'll bring him back for year number 2. We've seen these kind of deals before. The New England Patriots, one of the years when they went to the Super Bowl, they went and got Darrelle Revis, put him on like a 2-year or 3-year deal, whatever the case may be. He didn't see that whole deal. Got to that Super Bowl, boom, cut him. This is kind of what you do. And Keenan Allen, I'm telling you, no one's asking the right question about Keenan Allen. Why is there 31 other teams thinking like Dallas? Why? Why are there 31 other teams? Somebody got to explain it to me. Someone put in my comments, they were like, well, we don't care what other teams are doing. What do you mean you don't care what other teams are doing? Other teams are saying something or similar to what the Dallas Cowboys are saying. Ask yourself a question. Again, why would Cooper Kupp go before Keenan Allen? I've seen so many people, they've made the argument, oh, Keenan Allen is better than Cooper Kupp. Why doesn't the NFL think that? How did he go before Cooper Kupp? How did Cooper Kupp go before Keenan Allen? Somebody explain it to me. How did Cooper Kupp go before Keenan Allen? So are we saying that he fit the scheme of the Seattle Seahawks better than Keenan Allen? Right after you let go of DK Metcalf. I'm sorry. I think that Keenan Allen fits the Seattle scheme better than one Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is a Tyler Lockett upgrade. He's not a DK Metcalf upgrade. He's not even a DK Metcalf replacement to me. You got to go in the draft now and get you a DK Metcalf replacement because it's definitely not Cooper Kupp. That's not knocking Cooper Kupp. I'm just telling us, he's just not DK Metcalf where DK Metcalf is in his career right now. And it's the same thing when we start talking about Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, again, I'm just telling us, we don't have to wonder what Keenan Allen is. We know what Keenan Allen is. We know what he is. Just telling us, we know what he is. And I think there may be something more to this. It may not be so much that even teams know what he is because they know what he is. I think some of this may be they know what he wants. And what they're saying is we're not willing to pay him what he wants because if it wasn't about what he wants, he wouldn't be out there. How much you bet if Keenan Allen was going for $8 million a year, Keenan Allen would be the first wide receiver. He would have been the first wide receiver off the board this year. If Keenan Allen would have floated out there, man, I'm going to play for $8 million because I want to play with a contender. How much you bet the Kansas City Chiefs probably would have snatched him up? There would have been teams snatching up Keenan Allen. What's going on, my man Alex? Appreciate that super chat. He said, I won't be here too long, but I appreciate your work. Cowboy Nation needs you. Thank you for bringing positivity. Yes, sir. Always. Always when it comes to them Cowboys. Miss Matrix. D grade. Good depth, but not moving the needle for me. All right. We're going to look at that in a moment, Miss Matrix. We're gonna see if we can change your mind a little bit. But again, Keenan Allen and Miss Matrix. Let me leave you up here for a moment. I think what you're saying is the very reason why people want Keenan Allen. People want Keenan Allen so they can justify, and I understand the fan base's position on this. The fan base wants Keenan Allen so they can move their draft grade from maybe a D to an A. Maybe they want to move it from a C to a B. Some people want to move it from an F to a B. People are looking at Keenan Allen, and we're looking at Keenan Allen from ulterior motives. The one motive is everybody wants the Cowboys to win. That's why I can respect everyone's opinion. I'm not calling people dumb for their opinion. I'm not going to do that because it's an opinion. And a lot of things that some of us want to walk around and tout like we're the experts. No, you're not. None of us are the experts. I think we do great work. We do our research. And sometimes we do our research for our position, and sometimes we're doing our research because we just want to know the truth. But either way, it's not about us being dumb. It's not about people being dumb. But I understand the ulterior motives that people have in what they do. Totally understandable. Miss Matrix, you're hitting it right on the head. There are a lot of Cowboy fans. They're saying they like what the Cowboys did, but Miss Matrix, they really didn't like what the Cowboys did. I saw some of these same people just dogging the Cowboys out. Just dogging the Cowboys out. And then we go get the guy from the Tennessee Titans. Forgive me, I'm not familiar with the names as much as I want to yet. We go and get the linebacker for the Tennessee Titans. And then people all of a sudden start changing their minds with Cowboys free agency. And now people are wanting Keenan Allen so they can say, look at what the Cowboys did. I got a different opinion on this. I think the Cowboys will be great with Keenan Allen. I think they'll be great without Keenan Allen. I think the Cowboys can improve the wide receiver room without getting Keenan Allen. I don't care who that makes man, because it's a fact. It is a fact. Two things can be true. The Cowboys are going to get better if they get Keenan Allen. The Cowboys are going to be better if they get one of these top 5 wide receivers in the NFL draft. They will be better, and I'm going to prove my point in a minute. But as it applies to Keenan Allen. Now, I'm going to tell you something that I also understand, and this is the cruel reality. It's not that you can make stats lie, because you actually can't make stats lie. No matter what anyone tells you, you can't make stats lie per se. You can't make video lie. You can't. You can't make video lie. You can't even make the box score lie. You can't. And especially when you put all 3 of those together, they're all telling the truth. But this is what you can do. And I notice we do this from time to time. Some people do it more than others. Let me tell you what we do. We go get the stats we like, and we let those stats tell our story. We go get the video we like, and we pick the plays that tell the story that we like. You think about Matty Dubs. Some people were saying that Matty Dubs, man, he seems to like all the players the Cowboys picked. No, he actually didn't like the last 2 players the Cowboys picked. He actually didn't like the last 2 players because he didn't look at the last 2 players as good players. He didn't look at Miles Sanders as a good player. He didn't look at Paris Campbell as a good player. He said he didn't really quite dig those players. But what we do, we go get the stats, we go get the tape. Some people do this. They will go get all the plays. One of the things I'm going to do with Dak Prescott, I'm going to go and look at all of the touchdowns that he threw, and I'm going to go look at all the interceptions he threw. And we're going to let the tape tell the tale on this. Rather than trying to paint the picture we want, let's look at it for what it is. And with Keenan Allen, let me show you. A glass is either half empty or a glass is half full. You ready? Let me show you. I showed it to you last night. Let me show you to you again. Nobody wants to talk about this. But if I'm a team, and if I'm looking at Keenan Allen, let me make sure, because I'm just going to talk facts. See, sometimes when we start talking facts, and the facts don't say what we want, we get mad. Well, I don't care. You get mad if you want to. I'm just telling you the facts. Keenan Allen is 32 years old, about to be 33. Now, you as a team, you're looking for a wide receiver. Are you looking for one as a mercenary that you only want for 1 or 2 years? Or do you look for a wide receiver that you say, I want him for 4 years? I can pay Keenan Allen $23 million over a year or 2 years, or I can pay a rookie number 2 receiver. I can pay him $12 million over 4 years. I can get a rookie wide receiver. I can control him 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons. And if he's a Jamar Chase type of receiver, if he's a T. Higgins type of receiver, what? You don't think I would rather have that for 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 years rather than Keenan Allen? You might not. I would. Because he guarantees I'm going to be competitive for the next 4 to 5 years if he don't get hurt. Keenan Allen might not even guarantee I'm competitive. Okay, he may give me 1 year. What if he don't give me 2? What if he only gives me 2? Am I going to continue to invest and say, hey, will he drop off a cliff? Now you say, I'm willing to take that chance. Cowboys may not be willing to take that chance. They may not be willing to pay They may not see that as the value they want. And if they didn't see that as the value they want, I'm just not going to be mad at it. I'm not. Angie said, I have to get up early in the morning, so I have to cut it short. But I will be on the replay game. Yes. Okay. You'll see my explanation on the rookies tomorrow morning. I hope you enjoy it. Appreciate you, Angie, the Rebel Chicks. But there are some things that people don't want to accept about Keenan Allen, and we have to accept these things. They're absolute truth, whether we like them or not. Again, you're talking about paying Keenan Allen. Let's say you're talking about paying him $23 million. I just don't see how you pay him less than one Cooper Kupp. I don't see how anybody's going to pay Keenan Allen less than Cooper Kupp. I already think he's out of the Cowboys' price range. I do. I already think he's out of the Cowboys' price range. That's probably why they hadn't signed him. But who knows? We could wake up tomorrow and they sign Keenan Allen. And I'm going to tell anybody, I'm not going to be mad if they sign Keenan Allen. What to be mad about? I'm just giving us both sides of the argument. Yeah, we'll be better with Keenan Allen. But we can still be better without Keenan Allen. Do we want win now? Or do we want win now and win later? Because you're not going to be able to keep Keenan Allen more than 2 years. I promise you, you're not. You might not even want to keep him longer than 2 years. I don't know. Father Time is undefeated. Now, me, I'm just being honest with you. I'd rather have a rookie than Keenan Allen. I just would. I would, and I'm going to prove my point in a moment. Matter of fact, let me pull this up. Before I do that, and this is one of the reasons why, and I'm going to show you why this is going to prove my point. Because someone says it's foolish to put that pressure on a rookie wide receiver. Let me tell you something. If you're picking one of these top 5 receivers, you think they're him. Because if I don't think that this draft class is him, if I don't think Ted McMillan is him, if I don't think Ibuka is him, if I don't think Golden is him, if I don't think those wide receivers are him, I would have went and got DK Metcalf. Yeah, I'd have picked DK Metcalf over Jamar Chase. I mean, not over Jamar Chase. I would have picked DK Metcalf over Keenan Allen. Because I want him on a 4-year deal. He's younger. He's faster, bigger. I'm getting DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is hey man, 4 years. I'm getting DK Metcalf 4 years. Because I'm not going in the draft. If we would have got DK Metcalf, man, we don't even have to worry about the draft. You go ahead and give up that second-round draft pick for DK Metcalf, pay him the $30 million, put those void years in, kick that money on down the road. You go ahead and bring DK Metcalf in here. DK Metcalf is a part of a 4-year plan. DK Metcalf, what, 27? Yeah, DK Metcalf is who you say, we're not going in the draft to get a wide receiver. Keenan Allen to me is saying, we pick him up, we're still going in the draft and get a wide receiver. But where do we get him? Do we get him and then we go in the back of the draft? What are we doing? Me, I would rather get a rookie. And let's look at this. Let me tell you something. This dude right here been him. Jamar Chase. Boy, I'm gonna show us something on Jamar Chase. This dude been him. They're saying Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Cincinnati did the right thing. They did the right thing finally. Now they should pay Trey Hendrickson and stop playing. They did the right thing. Jamar Chase, 4 years, $160 million, $61 million, $112 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Let me tell you something. Jamar Chase tore it up this year. Jamar Chase tore it up. And let me tell you about Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase been him. For everybody who say, oh, it's too much pressure on a rookie wide receiver. Really? Really? Because I'm going to show you what Jamar Chase did in his rookie season. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you what Jamar Chase did in his rookie season. That makes me say that if the Cowboys believe one of these rookie wide receivers is him, you go get him rather than Keenan Allen. You go get him because this dude, Jamar Chase, came into the league as him. Oh, he earned this money. Jamar Chase earned this money. T. Higgins came in this league as him, earned this money. T. Higgins earned this money. Man, let me tell you something. This has got to be one of the best signings of the whole free agency. They finally did what was right. Man, you wrap these dudes up now. You got them for 4 years. T. Higgins is a 2-year guarantee. I'm pretty sure that Jamar Chase is probably a 3 to 4 year guarantee. But they done wrap these guys up. You just guaranteed that Joe Burrow is going to be competitive. Cincinnati, now you need to go fix your defense. But the reason why I'm using these guys right here, because I'm going to use them as an example. And I'm going to use others as an example. Because I'm telling you, there are wide receivers that come in and they're him. And I'm going to take them over an older wide receiver, even a Keenan Allen. Because I'm telling you, you got to look at some of Keenan Allen's stats. And you don't have to, you don't have to be real with these, but I'm going to keep it 100. If I'm a team, you think I'm not looking at this? You think I'm not looking at this? You can tell me what you want to, but I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this when it comes to one, Keenan Allen. I am. Look at this. Keenan Allen. If you look at his last 5 seasons, you're going to have to admit something. He's only played 1 full season. 14 games, 16 games in 2021. I'm not sure. Were we in 17 games then? But if we were in 16 games, I can't remember. But he got 16 games. 2022, he got 10 games. 2023, he got 13. 2024, he got 15. He kind of got it back up there again. But if you don't think that somebody is looking at this, you're wrong. And there's another figure that I still said last night was astounding to me. I thought it was pretty astounding. Keenan Allen hasn't had double-digit touchdowns in 1 season? He hasn't had double-digit touchdowns in not 1 season. I'm not hating on that. I'm just telling you it's the truth. I was shocked when I saw it. He hasn't had double-digit touchdowns. He hasn't. 6, 4, 7, 7. That's been the output. And he was with Justin Herbert. Now, again, I know Justin Herbert is overrated, but again, and some of the stuff that bears on this is probably not playing full seasons. 2020, he played 14 games. He got 8 touchdowns. 2022, he played 10 games, so it's understandable. He got 4 touchdowns. 2023, he played 13. He got 7. 2024, he played 15. He got 7. And we understand what that team was. Context matters. We know all of that. But again, some of this stuff matters. You don't have to think it matters, but it does. It does. And we go in and we do this stuff. We go in, we pick the stuff we like. We go in, we get the plays we like. We want to show everybody all the plays we like on Keenan Allen. Have you went in there and found some plays you don't like? And your best ability is availability. And I'm telling this, you can tell me anything you want to, but you still have to answer the question, and no one wants to answer the question. Why in the world is Keenan Allen still out here? This isn't a Dallas Cowboy question. I'm sorry it isn't. I don't care who it makes mad. It's not a Dallas Cowboy question. Why was he not the second wide receiver gone in free agency? You're telling me DeAndre Hopkins and Cooper Kupp go before Keenan Allen? You're telling me that NFL.com has Amari Cooper as the number 1 rated free agent wide receiver still on the board? You're telling me that CBS.com they didn't even have him in there. I'm just telling us both sides of the story. Would I love to have Keenan Allen? You better believe I would love to have Keenan Allen. And I'm not going to cry if they get Keenan Allen. But I'm not going to cry if they don't get Keenan Allen. as long as the Cowboys go in the draft and get the best wide receiver available in the first round. I'm just telling you, that's where I am with this. It's not going to bother me if they don't get Keenan Allen. Gene, what's going on? He said, man, you coming on this late at night, just save me on this 12-hour shift in West Virginia. Thank you. Yes, sir. Doing the Cowboys after dark. Yes, sir. Jigga Man, what's going on? He said, just turn member. Appreciate you. He said, Cowboys Nation, want what we like and don't want what we need. It's a difference. Yes, sir. Straight up facts. And Jigga Man, you tell me in the chat. I'll find you in the chat. You tell me what you think in the chat. But I'm just telling people, man, hey, I wanted Keenan Allen when the Chicago Bears got him. But I'll tell you this much. If you're giving me a choice between Keenan Allen and you're telling me and assuring me that the Cowboys are going to go in the first round and they're going to pick, and let me bring this up. If you're telling me that the Cowboys are going to go in the first round, and you telling me that you can assure me that the Cowboys will go in the first round, they're either going to get Ted McMillan, Matthew Golden, I would rather have Emeka Ibuka, but if you're telling me they're going to get Luther Burden III, Emeka Ibuka, or Trey Harris, if you're telling me they're going to go and get one of those top 5 receivers, and really we're talking about the top 4, I consider Emeka being the top 3 for me. I would move him below, but a lot of people like Luther Burden, and some people told me, go back and look at his 2023 tape. If you're telling me the Cowboys are going to go get one of these 4 wide receivers, I will take them over Keenan Allen. People can get mad if they want to. Don't care. I don't care if people get mad about that, because 2 things can be right. We'll be fine. We'll be fine with Keenan Allen. And we'll be fine with one of these top 4 receivers. We will. Why wouldn't we be? Why wouldn't we be fine with those wide receivers? And then we go in the second round and we get the best running back available. You take care of round 1 and 2, everything else is gravy. But you need to go in this draft and get those skill positions at the top 2. You do. You do. Unequivocally. You need to go get those in those 2. Skull Unknown. He says, get a running back and a wide receiver in the draft. Fix the issue. Skull Unknown. That's it. That's it. I will take the top 4, 5 wide receivers, probably the top 4. I'll take them over Keenan Allen. I will. I'll take them over Keenan Allen. And that's not a knock on Keenan Allen. I'm just looking at less money, more upside in the long run, more years. I'm taking those wide receivers. And I'm telling this, I don't know. I haven't heard anyone say that Keenan Allen is a generational talent. I haven't heard that. Is he a great wide receiver? Yes. I've heard no one say he's a generational talent. So if we're not saying that he's a Megatron, well, I'll take a chance on Ted McMillan. I'll take a bona fide chance on Ted McMillan. I'll take a chance on Golden. 4.29, I'll take it. 6'4", 4.5, 40, I'll take it. Ibuka is the one I want over Luther Burden of the third. You're telling me Emeka is a 6'1" wide receiver, 4.3, 40? And when I watch the tape on Emeka, all I see is separation. All I see is him getting open. All I see is yards after the catch. All I see is making people miss. All I see is running away from people. I'm sorry, I'm taking that over Keenan Allen. Not because Keenan Allen is trash. I'm taking the youth over a 32, about to be 33-year-old wide receiver. I am. And that don't make me dumb. And that don't make you dumb if you don't think, if you would take Keenan Allen. That don't make you dumb. That's your subjective opinion. But at the end of the day, whichever one the Cowboys do, well, somebody will be proven wrong or right, and the Cowboys may not even do neither of the two. And it don't make neither of those opinions dumb. And we got to stop thinking we got to just stop thinking we're the experts on stuff. Give the facts that whatever you research, put the facts out there, and we're going to see what it turned out to be. And we don't have to be dumb. No, we just see it from a different perspective. Fane, what's going on? He said, why you want to sign Allen when you get an injury-prone quarterback who just had surgery, but you won't sign Lance, a guy who can run and throw it with accuracy? I'm not sure about the Trey Lance with accuracy thing because there's no, I guess, Fane, what you're saying is nobody's agreeing with you because no one wants Trey Lance. Cooper Rush got signed before Trey Lance, and I'm going to talk about the Cooper Rush thing. It's strange to me. Todd Church, he said facts. Skull said for real. The dude, he said you can pick one of those two OSU offensive linemen in the second and maybe even the third. Yeah, the Cowboys could do that too. Randy Jackson, he said, give me the rookie. I'm going with the rookie over Keenan Allen. I am. Dana Jett, Cowboys too cheap. If it costs more than $4 million, they pass him. Now, Dana Jett, you're making another point that people don't understand. The Cowboys have not paid more. Now, Mike Fisher said this is wrong. So maybe we need to do a little bit more research on it. I'll put it like this. The Cowboys rarely pay more. They're going to rarely pay more than $6 million for a free agent unless they just think he's a bona fide free agent that's going to come in. And I don't think they're going to do it for somebody they're going to probably have 2 years. I don't think they're going to do it. Skull Unknown says, well, Dak hasn't been injury prone. It's just age catching up. I think that's a part of it too. He used to run a lot and not get injured. Skull Unknown. Dak was never the same after he got the ankle injury. He was never the same as far as running goes. He was never the same. Dak was a monster before he got that ankle injury. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Jigga Man. Top Gunner. He said everybody's stressing out over an older, overpaid receivers for nothing when we got a chance to get a top receiver in the first round. Calm down, be patient. Top Gunner. Top Gunner, let me put this list up here again. Do we realize this is not a knock on Keenan Allen? This is not a knock on Keenan Allen. In my mind, this is common sense. I'm taking one of these top 4 wide receivers over Keenan Allen because I can get them for more years and the upside is insane. I got youth. I got a high ceiling. I got a great price. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? I'm sorry, I'm taking these wide receivers. I'm just taking them over Keenan Allen. And I'm telling us, Keenan Allen is more of a win. Not in 2 years. Keenan Allen is a win right now wide receiver. He's a win right now wide receiver. He is. He's a win right now. Because he's going to come right on your team. And you're talking right now. Immediate. If I got to the AFC Championship game last year, and I know I already got a couple of wide receivers, hey, man, let's bring in Keenan Allen. He may be the very piece that pushes over the top. But if I'm a team and I know I'm about 2 years out, maybe 3, let's go with the rookie. Let's go with the rookie. Because by year number 2, the rookie will be on fire. And it might be on fire by year 1. The rookie might be on fire by year 1. And that's fact. Now, let me give us some context on what I'm talking about. I had to go do some digging on this. Because it got my spidey senses tingling when I saw that people were hating on getting a rookie wide receiver. Let me see. I hope I didn't erase it. If I erased it. Oh, wait. I know what I did with it. Hold on a second. I had to do some digging on this because I was kind of like, okay, so has there been any rookie wide receivers that came into the league came into the league, and not only did these rookie quarterbacks just come into the league and do good, did these rookie wide receivers come onto their said team and not only make an immediate impact, but made an immediate impact that got their team to the playoffs. Boy. Let me tell you something. There are quite a few on here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stay in recent history. Boy, I got a treat for y'all tonight. Exclusive. Y'all saw it here first. Has there been, not in past history, has there been in recent history rookie wide receivers that came in and made an impact and got their team to the playoffs? And not only got their team to the playoffs, we're just trying to get a number 2. And I'm telling you, this is how Jerry is thinking. We already got a number 1 wide receiver. We don't actually need another number 1 wide receiver. I'm just telling you, this is probably how they're thinking. We don't need another number 1 wide receiver. We need another number 2 wide receiver that can be a number 1 wide receiver in the future, but is definitely going to come in here and alleviate some of the pressure off CeeDee Lamb. Somebody says that's foolishness. Okay, I'm not going to disagree with you. But it might not be foolishness. Y'all ready? Let me give you the exclusive. I'll put this link down in the chat. You know what? I like to share information. I'll share the wealth. I just put the link in the chat. Y'all can go look a lot of this stuff on your own. But this list is insane. The best rookie wide receiver seasons in NFL history. You ready? We're going to go past Bill Brooks from 1986 because I want to give you some recent history, because someone may say, well, that's old stuff. Okay. Jerry Butler from 1979. Don Looney, 1940. Eddie Brown, 1985. A.J. Green, 2011. Okay. Julio Jones, 2011. Let's kind of look at Julio Jones. Let me see here. Julio Jones, it says, entered the NFL draft after suffering a broken foot. The Falcons saw potential through the superstar potential throughout this season. The number 6 overall pick amassed 959 yards, 17.8 yards per catch. 8 TDs playing alongside Tony Gonzalez and Roddy White. Atlanta traded a bounty to move up 17 spots for Jones, but the rookie quickly became White's wide receiver 1 heir apparent. The burgeoning size speed monster went on to make the most convincing claim to being the best player in Falcons history. Someone says, okay, that's Joe. That's someone says, oh, well, Julio Jones. Okay, let's keep going. Joey Galloway, 1995. I remember him. He was an absolute monster. Year 1, Galloway, 1,039 yards, 154 more on gadget handoffs, posted a punt return score, the heir apparent to Brian Blades in Seattle. Do we not see that both of these were number 2 wide receivers? Oh, wait a minute. I might have spoiled it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the one person that everyone keeps talking about, that we need to go get him over a rookie? You want to know who's proving my point also? Let me set this right here. For those of you who can't see the picture and the name on the screen, Keenan Allen. The very wide receiver that we're crying about is the very wide receiver that proves that it's actually not foolishness to go get a rookie wide receiver, and that rookie wide receiver not only comes in and plays well, but he makes an impact on your team immediately. You're telling me it's foolishness? You're making the argument for the very wide receiver that did it. Facts matter. Facts matter. Keenan Allen has proven the point. Look at this. Phillip Rivers earned Comeback Player of the Year, collecting the honor despite not suffering an injury in 2012. Look at this. Although Mike McCoy excelled in his first season as Chargers head coach, Allen was the on the field variable here. Just a third-round pick. You heard it here first. Was he a number 1 pick? Was he a number 2 pick? Keenan Allen was a third-round draft pick, just a third-round pick. The Cal product displayed his elite space-creating chops as a rookie by surpassing 1,000 yards in 15 games. Known more for consistency than yards per catch, Allen reached a career-best 14.7 per grab as a rookie. And after longtime rival and later teammate Chris Harris went down in the Bolts divisional round game, Allen put a scare into the AFC champion Broncos with 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. Strange, isn't it? Strange, isn't it? Strange, isn't it, when you just let the facts speak? All I'm giving you is facts. Would I love to have Keenan Allen? How many times I got to say it? You better believe it. Am I going to be mad if they don't get Keenan Allen? No, I'm not. Let's make a further argument, because someone may say, well, these wide receivers in this draft, they're not Keenan Allen. You can tell me anything you want to. I'll take my chances on Ted McMillan. I'll take my chances on Ted McMillan being equal to or better than Keenan Allen. I'll take my chances. Matthew Golden, I'll take my chances. Luther Burden III, yeah, I got to see a little bit more. Mecca, I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances on those 4 wide receivers. 3 based on what I've seen, 4 based on what you told me about Luther Burden III in 2023. I'll take my chances on those 4 wide receivers. I will. I get them for 4 years. Then I get the tags on them. I basically have control of them for 6 or 7 years, and I can get them cheaper than I get one Keenan Allen. I'll take my chances. If you're telling me, do you see the theme? Keenan Allen came in as the second wide receiver. Julio Jones, the second wide receiver. Galloway, the second wide receiver. And they made impact and became the number 1 receiver later on. And this is the very reason why I'll take these rookies. Because I'll take them because if something happens to CeeDee Lamb, maybe we decide not to re-sign CeeDee Lamb. We now got our number 1, and then we go in and get us another number 2 later if we don't decide to keep CeeDee Lamb after the Dak Prescott era is over. It's amazing what facts will show you. You tell me anything you want to. Show me all the film you want to. I'll appreciate it. But it also doesn't change this fact. The very player that people are saying it's foolish to go out and get a rookie and put the pressure on a rookie to be the complimentary receiver to one CeeDee Lamb is the very receiver that's proving to us not only has it been done, but it can be done. I'm just giving us facts. That's all I'm showing us. That's all I'm showing us. There's more. There's more. All I'm telling you is this is a readily available list. Go look at it. Go look at it. It's right there. And I'm telling you, if you don't think that these people have the same stuff that I have, man, they doing this way more than I am. I guarantee you they're looking at these wide receivers and they're saying, okay, can Ted McMillan, can Emeka, can Burden III, can Downs, can they be as good as what Keenan Allen was, not only in his rookie season, but can they be better or equal to, or what's the drop-off? Tell me what the drop-off is. What's the drop off? Because I bet you somebody would have tried to make the same argument for a third round pick from Cal. Who here knew that Keenan Allen was a third round pick from Cal? Now I don't watch college football like some of y'all do. Some of y'all probably already knew this. He's a third round pick. I'll take my chances with Ted McMillan. You ready for some more truth? Argue with the truth if you want to. I don't care. Watch this. A.J. Brown. Was A.J. Brown the first, second, or third round draft pick wide receiver? Tell me what he is. Someone says we can't go in the first round and get a wide receiver that'll come in and make an impact. Somebody says that you can't get a wide receiver in the second round, come in and make an immediate impact. What? A.J. Brown, second round, Ole Miss. A.J. Brown, second round, Ole Miss product, flash-eyed, popping talent by posting 20.2 yards per reception, quickly usurping the former top 5 pick Corey Davis as the Titans' top target. Tell me it can't be done. Tell me it can't be done. A demon after the catch. Brown reached 1,051 yards, 84 targets. The 226-pound matchup problem averaged 8.8 yards after catch per reception, leading the NFL in that next-gen stats metric. Derrick Henry powered Tennessee to that year's AFC Championship game, but Brown teamed with Ryan Tannehill to help revive a scuffling team midseason. I'm sorry, Dak Prescott is better than Ryan Tannehill. Dak Prescott is better than Ryan Tannehill. We may not go get Derrick Henry. The Cowboys are in the pole position to not only get a top 3 wide receiver in the draft, they're in prime position to get a top 5 running back in the draft, even in the second round. Prove me wrong. You'll be arguing with the facts. I'll let you argue with the facts all day long because I won't go back and forth. I'm just telling you the facts. Context matters. 4 of Brown's 5 100-yard games came in the season's final 6 weeks. Amazingly, this partnership lasted for just 3 seasons. I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances in the draft. I will. I'll be happy if the Cowboys get Keenan. I'll be happy if they go in this draft and get one of these top 4 wide receivers because history proves you don't even have to get the number 1 receiver. Do y'all realize that we don't even consider A.J. Brown a top 5 receiver right now? We don't even consider him to be a top 5 receiver. Guys, we're not drafting in the later round of the first, the later round of the second. We're drafting 12th in the rounds. We could trade back and still go get a top 3 receiver. Still do it. Still do it. Trade back, get a top 3 receiver. Trade back, get a top 5 running back. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you. I know why we're doing some of this stuff. We're not happy with the Cowboys free agency and we won't admit it. And we want Keenan Allen to justify the entire free agency. Keenan Allen will justify the entire free agency in the mind of many. Not me. Will I be happy with it? Yes. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm happier if they go in the draft. I'm just telling you. I'm happier if they go in the draft. Jigga Man. Appreciate this super chat. Appreciate you. Jigga Man said you cooking. Hey, I'm just dropping facts. That's all I'm doing. All I'm doing is dropping facts. Somebody can come back and argue against this all they want to because I appreciate you watching the channel. You obviously trolling and watching. I appreciate it. But I'm just telling any and everybody, anybody who's listening, I'm just telling you. It's not dumb. We got to stop doing. I don't understand this whole thing in this atmosphere of always trying to call somebody dumb because for whatever reason we think we're the experts on this stuff. You don't have to be the expert. All you need to do is go look at the facts. I don't care what name you give me. It don't matter how long they've been covering football. If you can go get the facts matter. The facts tell the truth. Somebody prove me wrong. Am I telling the truth or not? Can you go get a first, second, or third round wide receiver to be the complimentary wide receiver for one CeeDee Lamb when you got a quarterback named Dak Prescott? You better believe you can. You better believe you can. And it's strange what they said about one A.J. Brown. Boy, he came into his own by the end of the season. That's the very reason why I want a rookie. That's the very reason why I'll take one of them. We got Marquise Colston from 2006. Chris Collinsworth from 1981. My sons were laughing because I told them, boy, y'all don't realize, boy, there was a point in time Chris Collinsworth with his crazy self on the broadcast. Man, Chris Collinsworth was a monster. Terry Glenn, 1996. Sammy White, 1976. Isaac Curtis, 1973. Puka Nacua. You want even more recent history? Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua, 2023. Absolute monster. With Cooper Kupp slowed by a hamstring injury to start the season, Nacua picked up the slack to help the Rams reload quickly. Tell me that you can't go get a wide receiver in the draft and be great on your team. You know what? I like Nacua. I'll take Ted McMillan right now. I'll take a Mecca right now. And I know this dude is good. I'll take him right now over him. I'll take him right now. Boy, I'll take Golden over him. Right now. Right now over Nacua. Right now. I'll take him right now over him. It says the BYU product was ready immediately. Wait a minute. I thought he was a rookie. Wait a minute. Isn't it too much pressure on Nacua to come in and not only be the complimentary wide receiver to Cooper Kupp, but for him to come in and take the place of Cooper Kupp? He didn't think it was too big, did he? It said Kupp's return slowed Nacua's preposterous pace, but he has been vital to the Rams' surprise wild card journey. Yes, this came in a 17-game season and involved an easier environment for aerial compiling, but Nacua finished the regular season with 105 catches, 1,486 yards, and 6 touchdowns. This broke Bill Groman's 63-year-old record for receiving yards by a rookie. I put the link in the description. This goes on and on to the break of dawn. Anquan Bolden, 2003. I'm just telling us. Harlan Hill, 1954. Paul Warfield, 1964. Oh, wait a minute. You ready for somebody else we know? Let me put this back on the screen. I'm sorry. You ready for somebody else we know? Justin Jefferson. Tell me it can't be done. Justin Jefferson. Maybe y'all not familiar with Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. The Vikings and the Bills combined on one of the best win trades in modern NFL history. Jefferson and Stephon Diggs combined for 2,935 yards in 2020, but Diggs' replacement getting to 1,400 was more impressive. So you're telling me a rookie can't compliment a wide receiver like CeeDee Lamb when Justin Jefferson complimented Stephon Diggs? You're telling me it can't be done? I'm just telling you. Cowboys are going to be fine if they don't get Keenan Allen. If the Cowboys go in this draft and get one of the top 4 wide receivers in the draft, they're fine. They're fine. Obtained with the first-round pick acquired in the Diggs trade. Jefferson completed a rapid ascent after a slow start. The LSU slot dynamo fared well as an outside target in Gary Kubiak's offense, scoring 7 touchdowns, replacing Diggs as Kirk Cousins' top target. The 4th wideout chosen in a stacked receiver draft, Jefferson narrowly missed Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, I remember. He took the place of Stephon Diggs. Wait a minute, it says they combined. Okay, but Diggs' replacement. Diggs' replacement. So, it says obtained with the first-round pick acquired in the Diggs trade. Okay, I got you. Jefferson completed a rapid ascent after a slow start. I don't know how this is reading, but either way, Justin Jefferson. You're telling me it can't be done? You're telling me it can't be done? It can be done. It's been done. It continues to be done. John Jefferson, 1978. Bob Hayes, 1965, absolute speed demon. Bill Houghton, 1952. Wait a minute. You want some more recent history? Let me tell you about this dude. Let me tell you why I said Jamar Chase deserves the contract that he got. Do y'all know Jamar Chase been him? Jamar Chase been him. Someone says, no, a rookie wide receiver can't come in and do some of these things. I'm convinced. Let me show you this before I read this thing on Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is the absolute showstopper in this whole list. Look at this. I fully believe one of these four guys can be the next Jamar Chase. I fully believe it. Even if they're a step under Jamar Chase, they're still going to be dynamite. I believe Matthew Golden, 4.29, a Mecca, 4.340. I believe those guys can be a Jamar Chase type wide receiver. Ted McMillan, I'm telling you, 6'4", 219, 450. He's only going to gain more weight as he get into the NFL. They're only going to put more muscle on him over the next year or two. Boy, I'm telling you, Ted McMillan has the potential to be one of the best wide receivers to come out in a long time. Luther Burden III, if he can get things together. I don't know exactly what's going on with Luther Burden III, but they have him ranked third. I'm telling you, the Cowboys are going to be fine because they have the opportunity to get one of these four wide receivers. There is no way all four of them are gone before the Cowboys pick. I'm picking them. The Cowboys are telling us what they're doing. I don't care who it makes mad. All these are facts. That's all I'm showing you are facts. Let me tell you why Jamar Chase been him. The Bengals shirked a bigger need by taking Chase over tackle Penei Sewell in the 2021 first-round draft. Chase becoming one of the biggest rookie year difference makers for a Super Bowl team. Hold on a second. You're telling me a rookie wide receiver helped take a team to the Super Bowl? A rookie wide receiver. But we're saying with CeeDee Lamb, who is now coming to his own, who is a top 3 wide receiver, I believe he's the third behind Jamar Chase at being at number 2, and Jamar Chase could be argued to be number 1 by some people. And I'm not even going to be mad if you argue for Jamar Chase to be number 1. You're telling me we got the third best wide receiver in the league, and you're telling me one of the top 4 wide receivers in the draft can't come in and alleviate pressure off of one CeeDee Lamb and come in and do some of these same things with one Dak Prescott and a running game that we know they're absolutely going to get. I don't know what to tell us. You can cry me a river. Keenan Allen, great. No Keenan Allen, great. And I'm taking the rookie. You can have your own opinion. I'm taking the rookie because history shows us that you can literally go out here and get rookies and they can come in and tear it up. They'll come in and they'll absolutely tear it up. It says their seminal decision to reunite Chase and ex-LSU cyborg Joe Burrow paid off, turning Cincinnati's skill course from good to elite. Chase was streaky as a rookie, but produced a scary dominance highlighted by his rookie record, 266-yard detonation against the Chiefs. To top a lofty list of scorching Bengals receiver debuts, Chase dropped 1,455 yards and 13 touchdowns before adding 389 playoff yards, nearly helping a downtrodden team win it all. Went to the Super Bowl in his rookie season. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all telling me the season that Keenan Allen had like this. Tell me the season where Keenan Allen had 13 touchdowns. This is not a knock on Keenan Allen. This is the truth. Tell me a season where he was this explosive. Show it to me. Show it to me. Show me the season. I got it right here on the screen. Show me the season that Keenan Allen was that explosive. Show me the season where he got 1,400 yards. Show me the season where he got double-digit touchdowns. Jamar Chase been him. Been him. Been explosive. Been him. Man, I'm telling you, I don't know what people are talking about. I know why we're doing this. We're doing this because we want to justify what the Cowboys are doing in free agency. We want to be able to say the Cowboys finally did what the fan base want. No, I want to see it all the way through. Free agency isn't the end. We're not going to be able to grade what the Cowboys do until we get to the draft and until we get to the first game of the season. Who will they get in the draft? Who will they get up until the draft? Who will they get even in the preseason when people start dropping people? Some of these people the Cowboys have picked up with these $1 million deals, I'm not going to be surprised if some of them don't make the cut. The 2 running backs the Cowboys got, I'm not gonna be surprised if they don't make the cut. I'm not gonna be surprised at all. Their insurance policies, their camp guys, their let's take a chance guys, because we already know what we're doing. I truly believe the Cowboys will double up at running back. The Cowboys are going to try to get probably Omarion Hampton or Travion Henderson on the front end, and then they're going to try to get on the back end a Marcus Yarns, the kid from Miami. They're going to go somewhere on the back and try to get one of those guys and have 2 running backs, and then they'll have 5 in training camp, and 2 of them are not going to make it. I believe 2 of them are not going to make it. I'm just telling us. All I'm giving us is facts. That's all I'm giving us. This thing with these rookie receivers, I don't know what we're talking about. See, some people, we're talking emotion. You talk emotion all you want to. I'm not going to knock you for it. All I'm saying is just go look at the facts. And the facts and the history shows us, not only in the past, but recently, you can easily go get a rookie wide receiver. The last time we were able to get a wide receiver that high was CeeDee Lamb. Here we are again. And CeeDee Lamb, a lot of people were questioning CeeDee Lamb's ability to play outside, his ability to be a big-time wide receiver. It took him a little time to come into his own. The Cowboys went and got Amari Cooper. CeeDee Lamb got his legs up under him. CeeDee Lamb learned some things from Amari Cooper. And then he broke out in 2023. You want some more proof? Boy, prime Odell Beckham Jr. was him. Prime Odell Beckham Jr. was him. Odell Beckham Jr. Beckham's preposterous catch against the Cowboys accelerated his vault to stardom, but the ex-Giant superstar lit up the NFL throughout his abbreviated rookie year. So he lit it up? Yeah. Bouts of hamstring trouble kept Beckham off the field until week 5. Once available, OBJ dazzled during one of the great breakouts in NFL history. The shifty playmaker did not surpass 50 yards in any of his first 3 games, making his 1,305-yard season all the more difficult. Beckham led the NFL with a rookie record 108.8 yards per game. So we're telling me a rookie can't come in. You already got CeeDee Lamb. We're not asking the rookie to come in and be number 1. We're asking him to come in and be a number 2. Man, you've been him. We've watched Emeka on the big stage. We've watched on the big stage at least 3 of these wide receivers. Ted McMillan, I won't necessarily say the big stage, but we saw what he looked like. And a lot of people are saying that Ted was injured. Ted may be even more dangerous when he gets back and get fully healed and get back on the field this year. Matthew Golden, I'm sorry, we saw him in the big games. All he did is produce. All he did was produce. We saw Emeka on the big stage. We saw him. We saw what Emeka is. I'm sorry, we know what this dude is. The Cowboys have the opportunity to get one of these top 4 wide receivers. If the Cowboys don't get Keenan Allen, they'll be fine as long as they go in and get one of these top 4. These 4 right here, they're making immediate impact. I'll take them against some of these teams, number 2 receivers. I'll take them. I'll take them with Dak Prescott. I'll take them, and I know they're going to have impact. I know they are, because these wide receivers are of the same ilk as these wide receivers we've been talking about. Because somebody will come in and say, oh, those wide receivers. Man, come on. A.J. Brown isn't even classified as a top 5 wide receiver. Come on. Come on now. Nobody knew Justin Jefferson was going to be Justin Jefferson. People knew Justin Jefferson was good, but nobody thought Justin Jefferson was going to be Justin Jefferson. Come on. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I understand we want Keenan Allen. I'm not going to be mad if the Cowboys get Keenan Allen. I will not be mad. But I'm not going to say it's foolishness when it's not foolishness, because the history has shown us. And you know what? I like Mike Fisher, and a lot of people do not even understand this article that Mike Fisher posted. You can look at this thing in 2 different ways. You can look at it in 2 different ways. But I look at it like this. When I look at what Mike Fisher posted 3 reasons, and a lot of people. Let me do some word defining. Then I'm gonna go read a super chat I got. Let me show you something. Let me take us to school just for a moment. Let me take us to school. So let me define the word relative. Well, I'm trying to define the word relative. Hold on just a second. Let me define the word relative. See if I can get this on the screen. And if I can't, let me just read what this blue. Let me give you the definition of relative. Relative. Considered in relation or in proportion to something else. What does that mean? Let me read this thing that Mike Fisher posted. And I'm telling you, guys, we got to learn to think for ourselves. I notice a lot of times we're regurgitating stuff that we hear from other people. And sometimes it's good to regurgitate if someone is telling some great facts. I mean, that's fine and dandy. But I also would impress upon us to do our own research so that we have a clear understanding of what it is that we are regurgitating. Mike Fisher says something. He says the Cowboys signing, I don't know why this is not loading over here. And I think what it is, this is an update to a program that I use, and I think the program may be having some issues. But again, let me read it to you if I can't get it to come up. Cowboys signing idea. Oh, okay, I see. All right, cool. Cowboys signing idea on Keenan Allen fits in 3 major ways, right? It says fits in 3 major ways. Hold on a second. Let me adjust something quick. Yeah, I see what's going on. All right, hold on just 1 second. All right. So it says here in 3 different ways. It says the Dallas Cowboys desperately need to get CeeDee Lamb some help. I believe we can all agree on that. It says, and so far through free agency, Paris Campbell is the only receiver to come through the doors of the star. That won't cut it. With Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs, and even Amari Cooper still available for some, this is where Dallas should be looking. Now notice, they said for some. I believe that this is an option the Cowboys should be looking at. But the Cowboys should also be fully looking at what they can do in the draft. You got to weigh these things out. You do. You have to weigh them out. It says 3 reasons to call Keenan. 1, proven production. Got it. 2, relative affordability. Understand what relative means. Relative affordability. Well, do the Cowboys consider him to be relative? Do the Cowboys consider him to be affordable compared to what they could do in the draft? Does he fit into the plans? And a lot of people don't want to hear this. Does he fit into the long-term plans? Where does he fit? How do you see him? How does he fit according to what you want to do monetarily? Number 3, Dak maximization. No, I'm going back to number 2. Because this is really the heart of the entire argument they make. It says that SpotTrack.com has Allen's value at 11.1 million APY. And based of Dallas's dealings, and I think they meant on, based on Dallas's dealings, that is a little too rich, but a phone call still needs to be made. I don't think the Cowboys want to pay that for Keenan Allen. I don't think they want to pay that. And if I'm Keenan Allen, with the argument that a lot of people have been making, Cooper Kupp got $15 million per year. So you're telling me that Keenan Allen's going to take less than Cooper Kupp? I'd be hard-pressed to believe it. I would be hard-pressed to believe it. I would. I would be very hard-pressed to believe this to be true. And if he does take less than Cooper Kupp, then that's telling us that he sees the Cowboys as a serious contender. That's what it's telling us. That's what it's telling us. And so when you look at everything I'm showing you, all I'm telling you is the facts. You know, we don't have to agree with what I'm telling us. I'm just telling us the facts. Keenan Allen will be a great pickup for the Cowboys. The Cowboys can still be great without Keenan Allen, as long as they go in the draft and do exactly what they're supposed to do. You go in there and you get one of those top 4 wide receivers. And all 4 of them will be a great compliment to Dak Prescott, as long as you go in the second round and you get the best back available. It's all the Cowboys have to do, and it fixes all this. JL, what's up? Appreciate you. He said, man, what's up? Love your channel. He says, I hear you about getting a wide receiver, but will the Cowboys use them correctly? Doing stop and curl routes will all game won't cut it. Now, JL, appreciate that super chat. Now, let's think about Brian Schottenheimer. One thing we know Brian Schottenheimer would do. Brian Schottenheimer will actually go out and copy what is being done in the league and being successful, and he'll acclimate it into his offense. And Brian Schottenheimer made it clear that when people were blaming him, when they were saying, let Russ cook, and they were thinking it was Brian Schottenheimer that was reining in or reeling in one Russell Wilson. Brian Schottenheimer made it clear, no, that wasn't me. That was Pete Carroll. No, he going to let Dak cook. We don't have to worry about it. He going to let Dak cook. And Shotty, while he is going to implement a run game, I think Shotty's going to have a way better pass game than people may be giving him credit for. He's going to have a way better pass game than a lot of people are giving him credit for. You watch what I tell you. But again, I'm just telling us. I put the link in the description to this information. You can go look at it yourself. I mean, it's right there. It's right there. And when we say it's silly to get a rookie quarterback, a rookie wide receiver to come in and compliment one CeeDee Lamb, well, all we have to do is go look at history. And history tells us past, present, it's been done multiple times. Multiple times. And while those receivers may not be some of those receivers. I think these rookie receivers are better or have the potential to be better than a lot of those receivers that did these things. And A.J. Brown again comes to mind. I'm telling us, the Dallas Cowboys are telling us something. Y'all want us to go out and get another number one. No, CeeDee Lamb is him. We just need to get us someone that complements CeeDee Lamb. That's what they're telling us. They're going to the draft. They're going to the draft for the wide receiver. T. Lamont, he said, trust me, they're getting a wide receiver at pick 20 or something. And T. Lamont, think about it. You'll be able to get one of the top 4 wide receivers. You'll still be able to do it because you're not trading back unless you know you can do it. Tyrell, what's going on? He said both first-round wide receivers. I'm telling us, it is right there for us. Skull Unknown, he says 2 wide receiver round would be real. Yes, sir. He said you already got Lamb, Tolbert, and Mingo. I'm telling us, man. Keenan Allen, if we wake up tomorrow and they got Keenan Allen, woo, yes. If we wake up tomorrow and they don't have Keenan Allen, I'm waiting on the draft. There's so much in the draft. I'm waiting on the draft. Skull Unknown, he said, get a running back to be next to Sanders and get a rookie wide receiver. Exactly. This is so easy. Tyrell said AJ and Julio were wide receivers ones as a rookie, G. Hey, some of these wide receivers can be wide receiver ones. They can be too. But again, you think about it now. Julio Jones, freak athlete. A.J. Brown? No. No one's considered A.J. Brown being like that. We don't even consider A.J. Brown to be like that now. We don't. Yeah, I appreciate what you're saying. Vincent Jackson was their number 1. But I'm just telling us. Dana Jet says, too darn cheap. Goodwill hires only. No, just no. No, go in the draft. Go in the draft. That's all you have to do. Allen isn't the end-all to be-all. He's not. Skull Unknown. Allen and Evans been underrated for a while. Some people have. I have never underrated them. I wanted the Cowboys to get Keenan Allen the first time. But I'm saying this. I'm not going to be mad if they don't get Keenan Allen. It actually makes sense to me that the Cowboys don't get Keenan Allen if the plan is to go in the draft and get these wide receivers in the first round. So it makes a lot of sense to me then. Miss Matrix said, so then what are we doing with all the open up cap space? I don't think the Cowboys are done. I don't think the Cowboys are done. That's where I am, Miss Matrix. I don't think the Cowboys are done. Now, Miss Matrix, let's ask ourselves another question. So would there be a problem if the Cowboys decided to carry over some of that money into next season? I don't see the problem in that either. Maybe they decide to keep $20 million. Maybe they decide to keep $30 million. Maybe they wait and see. Again, Miss Matrix, this is the part that we have to understand. How do we know what's coming up in the preseason? How do we know teams don't cut other players in the preseason? What if there's someone cut during the season? What if there's someone available at the trade deadline? Do we want to have money? Because I'm telling you, the one place that we don't play and other teams play, if we're going to really play the way we should, draft, free agency, trade deadline. We never play in the trade deadline hardly. Maybe we play in the trade deadline this time. Keep some money in case there's a big fish out there that maybe you can go get that big fish at the trade deadline that really gives you a push down the stretch. Maybe you go get that big fish. Y'all remember we could have had Derrick Henry in 2023, and everybody was saying the Cowboys should go trade for Derrick Henry. But everybody was saying, no, the contract's too rich. The Cowboys won't do it. Well, keep some money. You don't have to go and blow everything you have. You don't. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. Yeah, the corner we got from the Bills, and they got him on a dirt cheap deal. Jigga Man, yeah, I want Gilly back. I said that earlier. I wish we would go get Gilly. I absolutely wish we would go get Gilly. All right, let me go a little bit further down in the comments. And let me give us this. So Johnny Blue, he's not on here tonight, I don't think. But he also brought something else to my attention. I want to see if I got it up here. I might have knocked it off on accident. Johnny Blue brought something else to my attention. Talking about the draft. Because one of the things that I was trying to figure out, he said that some other content creator, and I'm not, one thing I'm not going to do is go against content creators and do all this arguing. I love all the content creators for the Dallas Cowboys. But he was saying that the rookie money is already allocated so the Cowboys don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to do some more digging on this. But one thing for sure, Miss Matrix, let me throw this part in. Even though the money is already allocated, what I'm wondering is when we're talking about the 40 million or the 42 million we have available, is that saying outside of the rookie pool money? Now, this is some stuff I got to do some more studying on. This, I wouldn't call it high level stuff, y'all. To be honest, this is just stuff that I've never really looked at in the past. So let me speak with a grain of salt. But I'm just going to put the facts up here for you as much as I understand them right now. And I might not be able to do it. I can't figure out something that's going on with my this program that I got has been updated. And it's starting to make me wonder if the update is malfunctioning. So I can't put up some of the stuff that I want to put up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, what I'm looking at, because I like to share the information. I'm going to put this information in the chat and then the link in the chat. And then if you can go look at it, you can go look at it on your own. And you can see some of the numbers that I'm talking about. But again, I want to look at this chart that I have up here. And this will scoot us down to the draft and the cap. So I have something pulled up here. And what it is, it's called the rookie pool estimates. And what they do with this, the rookie pool is the total cost in cap dollars that a team needs to sign its rookies in the summer. The cap space required to do this is less than the rookie pool. This is because every draft pick signed will replace a player already counting against the cap. So I don't really know what this language means just yet. I need a little bit more explanation for it. I'm going to do some more research. But this is what it's explaining. So you can go in this if you click the link. It'll tell you the value of the rounds and the picks that the teams have that totals into the total amount of money that these players will count against the cap. Because this rookie pool is still included in the cap. It's still included in the cap. Now, I don't know if this is before or after the number that they're saying that we have available. But this number is actually included in what's taken away from the cap. So this is the part that I have to figure out. But if you look at this and you can click on the team, it'll tell you the exact or close to the contract of what this player is going to command in what round. And so for the Cowboys, what it has a $12 million cap hit. It has a $12 million cap hit for the Cowboys as it applies to the rookie pool. I'm not for sure how this all works, but it will definitely give you what they would have to pay per player. For example, if you go to the first round, number 12, total value, $19 million, $10 million signing bonus, And it'll give you the numbers for the base salary, the prorated bonus, and the cap number per season. Now, the one thing I do know based on what I've been reading, this all counts against the cap too. Because I can actually remember seasons where they talked about the Cowboys had to go and redo some contracts so that they could have money to sign the rookies. So that tells me that this rookie pool comes out of the salary cap in some form or another. But my only question is, I'm gonna see if I can inbox or DM some people and find out, when we're talking about the $42 million the Cowboys have available, are we talking about including the rookie pool? Are we talking about the rookie pool? Because if it's $12 million, then they only have $30 million. Or is it $42 million? And that's including the $42 million set aside, or the $12 million, set aside for the rookies. That's kind of where I am with this. So it's very interesting when you look at this, and this is kind of where I am and what I'm wondering. But again, we have to understand, yes, we went and did what we did to get the space. But when Stephen Jones said his goal was to have the best roster in the NFL, I'm just telling you, he didn't say it was going to be this year. It takes a couple of years. Might even take you a little bit longer, but it takes time to build the best roster in the NFL. It might take you a couple of years. And I think it will take the Cowboys a couple of years to achieve what they're trying to achieve. I do. Let me go here. Got another super chat. Cowboy Trey, appreciate that super chat. Also, we got a new coaching staff. We don't know what they can do with the current players. Our needs may change. Facts. This is why I'm saying Steven said the goal is to build the best roster in the NFL. He didn't say what year. And I think that would be very hard to do in one season. And I got news for us. Keenan Allen doesn't make us the best roster in the NFL. The addition of Keenan Allen will not make us the best roster in the NFL. I believe that takes a minimum of 2 years based on what we have here right now. And I think if you want to have the best roster in the NFL, the reality is, to me, you make that roster young. Because that's what the Cowboys did in the 90s. You get you a young roster. You can sprinkle some veterans in there, because I do think you need some veteran presence. And the veterans may be more of your depth or more of your rotation rather than a lot of your older players being the starters. The Cowboys are on the right track with this. They are 1,000% on the right track with this. And again, the Cowboys may not feel that it's feasible for them to sign a 32-year-old, about to be 33-year-old wide receiver and allocate some $25, $27 million to him for the next couple of years. And again, let me say this. This isn't just the Cowboys thinking this. Other teams must be thinking this too. Because why is Keenan Allen still on the board? So is everybody dumb? Are all 32 teams dumb that Keenan Allen is still on the board? I still say I think Keenan Allen, as much as I would love for the Cowboys to get Keenan Allen, I think Keenan Allen would be more valuable to a team like the doggone Buffalo Bills. I think Keenan Allen would even be more valuable to a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. To me, Keenan Allen fits a team that says we're one player away. That's what Keenan Allen says to me. I would like to see the team that's going to sign Keenan Allen to 3 years. Devontae Adams got 2. I think it's a 1-year deal. Cooper Kupp got 3. I think it's a 2-year deal. So what will Keenan Allen get? It's going to be very interesting. I'm just telling us. But again, we have to understand something. Just because we made this cap space, we're inflecting upon the Cowboys what we think they ought to be doing. We say they got this cap money, then they need to go spend it all. Cowboys are saying, no, we're not going to go spend it all. There's more to do. And I think we're going to see some more moves. I will not be surprised tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, or Tuesday, Wednesday, there'll be more moves from the Cowboys. And again, there are still things to be done. There are still teams kind of trying to settle up on players. We still are watching players going back to their old teams. So there are still things that need to be worked out. Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of people are talking about Keenan Allen. But I'm going to tell you a player that I would actually want more than Keenan Allen. And I'm just keeping it 100% real. There's a player, and I don't think the Cowboys are going to get him, but the player that I would actually want the Cowboys to really go out and spend the money on, because I think that this makes more of an impact than Keenan Allen when we can easily go in the draft and get a wide receiver that can easily complement one CeeDee Lamb. The player that I would want them to go get is Trey Hendrickson. I would love for them to bring in Trey Hendrickson. You would have Trey Hendrickson, Dante Fowler. I would love to see that. I think the Cowboys should be more focused on their defense in free agency. I would love for the Cowboys to go get Trey Hendrickson and Asante Samuel. Leave those wide receivers out there. Go get your wide receiver in the draft. It can be done, and it's been done, and it's not unusual. And these wide receivers that are in this draft are absolutely good. Whether we accept it or not, they're absolutely good. And I'm good with taking them. I am good with taking these wide receivers. But that's where I am with it. That's where I am. And I do want to know a little bit more. And, if somebody can bring me some more information, I'll be glad to update what I'm saying as far as the draft and the cap goes. But you do have to have money. And I don't know. Like I said, I can remember a couple of seasons at least where the Cowboys had to do some moving around with contracts so they could make sure they had money to sign the rookies because they were that tight up against the cap. So the Cowboys, I'm telling you, they may want to keep some space because there may be other moves to be made later on in this thing. And I believe the Cowboy Trey is right. Hey, our needs may change. There may be somebody out there that we say, hey, we're going to go get him. There may be somebody that we do that to. So we just need to keep that out there. Appreciate that super chat, Top Gunner. Yeah, we got to keep it out there, man. And again, the Keenan Allen stuff. Man, I'm on both sides of this. Man, the Cowboys get Keenan Allen, man, I'll be ecstatic. Cowboys don't get Keenan Allen. I'm still ecstatic. I'm so excited about the draft, I don't know what to do. I'm excited about the draft because I believe this is where the Cowboys are going to try to make their mark. I really do. I think this is where the Cowboys are going to try to make their mark. All right, so it is 1 o'clock. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. This upgrade on my program, I think that's kind of what's got my feed a little bit choppy. So rather than continuing that, I think what we're going to do, these will be our top 3 topics tomorrow. We're going to come back around noonish. These will be our top 3 topics. We're going to look at the draft grades. I mean, I call it draft grades, so this is another reason I need to correct that. We're going to look at the free agency grades. Free agency grade is what we're going to be looking at. Free agency grade. I still want to hear what Brian Broaddus had to say about free agency. We're gonna listen to that together. And man, I have got to talk about this Cooper Rush thing. This thing with Cooper Rush is puzzling to me. Why would a team with a running athletic quarterback with a rocket for an arm go and get a quarterback that can't run? Doesn't have a rocket for an arm. If Lamar Jackson goes down, Cooper Rush totally changes what they're going to be doing. I mean, you're literally going to have to flip the playbook if Cooper Rush becomes the quarterback. That's crazy to me. I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow. But these will be our 3 topics for tomorrow. I appreciate y'all rocking with me for these 2 hours. We're going to get this other part fixed. But again, hey guys, appreciate you. Great show, great chat. Appreciate the super chats. All right, guys, we will be back tomorrow. We're going to be back twice. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back around lunch, and then we're going to resume again around 4:30. So again, appreciate you all. Look forward to seeing you. Hit that like button on the way out. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next time, let's talk Cowboys. We talk facts. Peace.